Has my 3:45 appointment come in yet? Oh, he has. Well, it's about time. 7, please.
Well, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I just realized what I did wrong. Stop. I sat down before I shook your hand.
Has my 3:45 appointment come in yet? Oh, he has. Well, it's about time. Please send him in.
Well, thank you. Thanks for giving me this opportunity, Mr. Smith.
Have a seat.
Do you have my resume with you? Because if you don't, I've got one with me. Just give me a minute so I can take it out.
No, thank you. I have one.
So, when can I start working for you? Excuse me? When can I...
That depends whether I think you're qualified, sir.
Well, personally, I think my resume speaks for itself. What I meant to say was that if you want somebody with diversified skills and a hard course workload, then I am the person for you.
While that's true, though, there is much more to being a consultant.
Like what?
One of the aspects of being a consultant is to be willing to be consistently work overnight, weekends, and be on the road. Do you find this type of schedule convenient?
Well, I find it very convenient, and I doubt that there'll be any problems with it. I guess though I'll have to cut down my partying time somewhat.
Well, I'm glad you can find that kind of sacrifice.
Oh, no problem.
So, Mr. Frederick, your resume indicated a change in that major when you transferred to Millersville. I'm just curious as to why.
Well, I didn't have much of a choice.
Can you be any more specific here?
Well, the major just wasn't available at Millersville, so I just took the closest thing that could get me out of Millersville as soon as possible.
I see. Well, why have you chosen this particular field?
I have to honestly say that being a consultant is just a little more interesting than being an accountant, and I say less difficult than being a lawyer.
I just noticed that your current position is an auditor.
So
you're looking to leave that position because you feel being a consulting internship is more exciting?
Oh, definitely.
Is there something else you want to ask?
Besides when I can start? No, not really.
Well, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. We'll call you in a few days.
Well, I'm just glad that you didn't want me to start today, because I just really wanted to go down to low places tonight.
Trust me, that never crossed my mind.
Well, I guess I better go now.
Well, take care of yourself.
Well, good day to you, sir.
Has my 3:45 appointment come in yet? Oh, he has. Well, it's about time. Send him in, please.
Well, thank you for giving me this opportunity, Mr. Smith.
Have a seat.
Do you have my resume with you? Because if you don't, I've got one with me right now. If you'll just give me a moment, I'll just take it out.
No, thank you. I have one.
So, when can I start working for you?
That depends on whether I think you're qualified, sir.
Well, personally, I think that my resume speaks for itself. What I meant to say was that if you're looking for somebody with diversified skills and a hard course load, then I'm the person for you.
Well, that's true, though. There is much more to being a consultant.
Like what?
One of the aspects of being a consultant is to be willing to consistently work overnight, weekends, and be on the road. Do you find this type of schedule inconvenient?
I doubt it. I guess they'll have to cut down my partying time somewhat.
Well, I'm glad you can make that kind of sacrifice.
Oh, no problem.
So, Mr. Craig, your resume indicated a change in major when you transferred to Millersville. I'm just curious why.
I didn't have a choice.
Can you be more specific here?
Well, the major just wasn't at Millersville, so I just took the closest thing that could get me out of Millersville as quickly as possible.
I see. Well, why have you chosen this particular field?
Well, I have to be honest. What I want to say, the reason why I chose this field was it's just a lot more exciting than being an accountant, but a lot less difficult than, say, being a lawyer.
I just noticed that your current position is an auditor.
So?
So are you looking to leave that position because you feel being a consulting internship is more exciting?
Oh, definitely.
Is there something else you want to ask?
Besides when I can start? No, not really.
Well, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. We'll call you in a few days.
Well, I'm just glad that you just didn't want me to start today, because I just really wanted to go to low places tonight.
Trust me, that never crossed my mind.
Well, I guess I better go now. Thank you.
Well, take care of yourself. Has my 3:45 appointment come in yet? Oh, he has. Well, it's about time. 10 minutes, please.
Well, thanks for giving me this opportunity, Mr. Smith.
Have a seat.
Do you have my resume with you? Because if you don't, I've got one here right with me. Just give me a moment so I can take it out.
I think I have one.
Okay. So when can I start working for you?
That depends on whether I think you're qualified for the job, sir.
Well, personally, I think that my resume speaks for itself. What I meant to say is that if you're looking for somebody with diversified skills and a course workload, then I'm the person for you.
Well, that's true, though. There is much more to being a consultant.
Like what?
One of the aspects of being a consultant is to be willing to consistently work overnight, weekends, and be on the road. You find this type of schedule inconvenient?
I doubt it. I guess, though, I have to cut a little bit of time down on my partying, I mean.
Well, I'm glad you can make that kind of sacrifice.
No problem.
So, Mr. Frederick, your resume indicated a change in a major when you transferred to Millersville. I'm just curious why.
I didn't have a choice.
Can you be more specific?
Well, the major just wasn't available in Millersville. So what I decided to do is just take the closest thing that could get me out of Millersville as soon as possible.
I see. Well, why have you chosen this particular field?
Well, I have to be honest with you on here, sir. I think being a consultant is personally just a little more exciting than being an accountant, but I think you can understand it's just a lot less difficult than trying to be a lawyer or even a doctor.
I just noticed that your current position is an auditor.
So
you're looking to leave that position because you feel being a consultant internship is more exciting?
well, duh, definitely.
Is there something else you want to ask?
Besides when I can start for you? No, not really.
Well, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. We'll call you in a few days.
I'm just glad that you didn't want me to start today because I just really wanted to go down to Low Places tonight. They got this real great band playing tonight.
Trust me, that never crossed my mind.
Well, I guess I better go now. Make sure I have everything. There we go. Oh, thank you very much, sir.
Okay, take care of yourself.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
Good day to you, too.